The following video has been rated PG-13 for, it's pretty good, if you're 13. Splorin!
Familiar faces abound as we return. Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's. I'm
That's
wearing
awesome.
the Buc-ee's shirt,
Did
John
you
Mark
get this
Taylor.
from John Mark Taylor?
Yes, I finally
That is
wore
awesome.
the Buc-ee's shirt for you, man.
I'm still drinking out of the Buc-ee's coffee cup. It's not the same cup of coffee. That would be gross.
Sure about that?
That would be gross.
Yeah.
But it does make you see the colors. As today, at Gods and Monsters, we do just a little Splorin! Before I had kids, I used to collect comic books. I've still got closets and closets and closets full of long boxes and stuff. Mostly from the mid-90s through let's call it 2012 years. It's a little hard being back in a comic book store. I just kind of feel like I should be buying it all, which my wife would disagree with. There are quite a few things that I want to get here, and this right here is probably at the top of the list. I'm not really sure what's up with beat-up Batman back there, but I kind of feel like I need it in my life. Whole bunch of Transformers. From what I can tell, I believe Hot Rod is an original series, and I believe Perceptor is an original series. And Soundwave is probably an original series. But I do believe the rest of these are from later years. I did have a whole bunch of these little animal things that you see here, though.
You did not. You didn't have any of those things. Stop lying.
They're...
Stop lying.
He's lying.
Would you like to interrupt my video again?
I love interrupting your video.
Alright, so here's what I want you to do. For all of you huge Ghostbusters fans out there, I want to know, take a look at this. Is this a cinematic, accurate dinner?
Yes, I think so. Actually, I've seen Ghostbusters probably more than any other movie, but I never actually looked at the plate. So now I'm going to have to rewatch it back and see if that actually is the cinematic dinner. If you know, comment below.
Being the Batman guy that I am, Tim Burton, of course. I love this stuff. Including this guy. It seems that I just keep running into this guy. A ton of horror-related stuff, and a lot of sci-fi in here, which really isn't my forte so much. Comic books are sort of my geek-out thing, as you can see and have probably seen before. But it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate the intricacies of the horror. I mean, right behind me on the wall, right there, you see the Universal monsters. Which is more my speed back in the day. That's not to say that it's not amazing, though. This is still incredible. Now, we have been joined by another fan of 80s pop culture, who is seeing it himself for the first time.
Adam the Blue's checking it out right now on his live stream.
Zoltan. He did say Zoltan.
Todd, what are you trying to pull here about?
It's all a big falsehood. It's just a big falsehood. It's all a lie.
It's a kingdom built on lies.
Look around you. This is a kingdom built on lies.
Now what do I do?
Oh, you're playing a side game. What's
So I gotta, oh, you gotta do something on the screen there.
Pray to the Force.
Duel on Cloud City, complete
Here we go.
force targets. Alright, is Lando in here?
Man, playing there.
He screwed me over, Lando.
That was,
That
was totally not Lando.
I call it.
Now, for any of you who are familiar with Splorin from last year, went with Greg and Adam to a certain horror convention in April, Spooky Empire, and this might look familiar if you've watched that video. I'm gonna put a card right up here at some point telling you which video that is. These should all really ring a bell because they featured prominently into the video. Now, this entire thing tonight is the brainchild of this guy. And if you watch the video, you already know Rick from last year. Now, this is all you that we're seeing here, right?
Yes, all my stuff. I've been in business for about 14 months so far, and I actually, as I was telling you before, I got an exclusive deal with Kevin Smith with my Silent Bob mask, and also I'm with Halloween Megastore in all their stores. There's 16 stores, and plus I do all the conventions and everything. So I do everything from Jason to all pop culture to all different styles. So it's pretty cool.
Would you be willing to show us some of your personal favorites?
Sure. So basically, like my big sellers, like Deadpool's, are always good sellers. The Kiss, of course. You know, the Silent Bob, great seller. But the one that Kevin has, it's a white hat and it's exclusive to their store, and Kevin signs them all. But a lot of the Lion King ones always sell. And then pretty much though, my favorites are all the Jasons, which are right here. Jasons are pretty much. I'm a big Friday 13th fan, and like, you know, part 4 is a really fun one to make. I love part 7, part 5, pretty much all of them. This is all my horror styles, which I love. I'm a big horror fan. You know, the Chuckies, Charles Manson, Saw, all the Rob Zombie styles, Captain Spaulding. So kind of do a little bit of everything. I love making new ones. I just did this the other day, a red rum mask, which is really cool. And then I did this half Freddy, half Robert Englund, and a half Freddy, half Jason. And of course the Freddy sweater, the Pennywises.
So now this one jumps out. This is interesting.
This, I was making just a custom mask for somebody, and I completely butchered it. But that's what's cool. It's like in this business, you could take something, I'm gonna pull it out here. You can take like your screw up, and I don't know, I just started going around it, and I kind of made it a purgish with the kills on and the signs, and I have wire and a little bit of blood. So now it turned out to be a pretty cool mask, really creepy. So
have you named this one yet?
I have like a kill line. People love like the kill mask, so I have like a whole line of them. So pretty much I just call it one of the line with the kills. So pretty cool. Great.
Now it's kind of hard to get just from, you know, a cell phone camera the scope of what we're looking at, but Rick has been very, very busy. It's not Spooky Empire, but if you look around, you could be forgiven if you think it is. So tell us a little bit about
it's kind of like what I kind of tell people. It's kind of like just a spooky pre-party. You know, we know Spooky's coming in April. You know, I'm a huge fan of Spooky, and I just wanted to put like a little event together, you know, and this my zip code over here, and just try to like get everybody together. The Orlando horror community, get some dealers in. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on, trivia. We have different games going on, and so I just want to bring the Orlando community a little bit closer together with horror, other from Spooky, because that's pretty much all we have going on, other from Halloween events going on. So through the year, I'm going to try to do a couple events, mix it up, do some different things. I usually just do Camp Blood, which is Jason, but today's event is Nightmare at Camp Blood, which is Freddy themed.
As we look around, what do we have going throughout here? So like starting over here, we have other vendors you've brought in.
Yeah, this is Nick Ferrat, who's her name, and she does a whole bunch of like special effects things and different like necklaces and charms and keychains and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. And then over here we have Rhea Smash Cakes, which is she does cupcakes. Almost sold out already. Absolutely phenomenal. This is Tom Ryan, who's an artist, and he has a whole bunch of different things. And what's cool about his stuff, he basically he'll go to like for instance his Haunted Mansion paintings. He'll go to Haunted Mansion and grab a ring off the Haunted Mansion and put it in his painting, which is really cool. So all his artwork's pretty sick. And then we have Marta Witt over here, who's half face, they call her, and she does all half faces of all her artwork. This is her first time at Camp Blood. And then Ryan Daly over there is DOA. It's a t-shirt company, and they have some different knickknacks and t-shirts. This is his first time. And then over here is Genki Goth, and they are awesome. And could you just come with me?
Join you, shall I? Yes.
This is Miriam and DJ. You have to hear Miriam's laugh, please. hands down the best laugh of all time.
That was worth coming out here just right there.
That's definite. So,
walk proud, my friend. Walk proud.
yeah, she's phenomenal. But their artwork is absolutely amazing. So we have a good crew of people having a good time. And trivia coming on in a few minutes. So
Trivia. And I see there's like a backdrop over here.
yeah, we're gonna have a photo shoot going on. We have Jason, Freddie, Bride and Chucky coming in, just taking some pictures, man, and having a good time. So, and then we're having an after party at the Vault 5421. Have you been in the Vault yet?
Yes.
Okay, so
Incredible.
Okay, yeah. So that's a 10 o'clock after party tonight. So.
And for the folks at home, playing at home, where are they going to find you online?
13xstudios.com. You could also Twitter, Facebook, and Etsy, 13x Studios.
And if they want to come out and see your stuff in person,
Yep.
I think we're about a month away right now
Spooky.
from Spooky, and you will be at Spooky, yeah?
I will be at Spooky, hands down. I was probably the first person to pay. I'm like dedicated Spooky. I've been going to Spooky for almost 9 years, and now the last year is part of my life now. I'm also doing MegaCon Orlando, Walker Stalker. I think I have like 14 conventions the rest of the year, so
Wow.
I'm going to be going at it.
Growing quickly.
Yeah, man, growing quick. 14 months. It started as a hobby, and I'm going to take this business over somehow. It's like, it's going to happen, man.
That's
It's
awesome.
blowing up.
Shortly. This gentleman looks familiar. Yep. Now he really looks familiar now. So you can actually get entrails over here and fake blood. And where are they going to find you guys online?
Nikferatu.com.
How's that spelled?
Nikferatu.com.
I would have butchered that, so I'm glad you. But with the Nicholas before the Ferratu. Okay, look at that. See, now I can't screw it up. Awesome. I'm looking for the hidden bar. There's supposed to be a hidden bar in here somewhere. It's not bad. That's Tampa Jay.
I heard there was a hole in the wall.
There's a hole in the... Oh. Wait a minute. That's not it. But that is coming from it. I think this is it. 5421, the vault. Look at this. Oh. That is not... Alright, wait a minute. 5421, this has got to be it. This is the vault.
5421 marks the spot.
We're going to walk back here. And here it is. Wow. So you can come in here and get yourself the frothy beverage of your choice. You can watch some videos. You can chat up the staff. You can play some old school Mario, and then have yourself a delicious cold free water. I'm not sure if you should drink the water, but now Gods and Monsters here used to be across the street at what was the Artagon Mall. Before that, it was the Festival Bay Mall. For those of you who haven't been to Orlando for a while, it was a cool mall. When they had it in Artagon, it was all well, for the most part, let's call it 90% independently owned places, candle stores, glass blowing, stuff like this, which the whole place closed about a little over a year ago, and they moved over here since then. And as cool as this is, it's only about maybe half the size as the old one. If you could imagine something this epic, but in an even larger building with more crap all over the place, that's what it was. All right, I want you to meet Robert. Robert
Yes.
is right off the bat, so Robert's cool with us.
Yes, Satan? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else.
Robert, you apparently like are old hat at this entire thing that we're looking at here. You know the owners, and you've done the old shop and everything.
Absolutely.
First time here?
I think if you're from the 80s or 90s and you love anything science fiction, movies, TVs, you've got to come here. to Gods and Monsters. You got to come check it out. It's got something for you. Come say hi to my friend Todd.
Todd owns the place.
Todd owns the place, runs the place. This is his vision. And he's also a child of the 80s. And anything you can think of, it's here. So come check it out.
Pretty excited. I found there's a cool vinyl record shop next door that I spent some time in. I may have bought a very nerdy album while I was in here. Full disclosure, my car is like all metal music. My home is Roy Orbison, the Eagles, the Little River Band. You know, relaxation stuff. But I absolutely love finding cool little record stores like this. Which, by the way, this is a false wall. And how many record stores do you know that spill into the hall and have a post office at the end? And our friend Rob here has found the end of his rainbow, the end of the quest.
And I love Burt Reynolds.
That's a great one.
Oh, absolutely.
Jazz.
I love
Really
Burt.
great record.
I love
I
Burt.
wasn't aware that Burt had an album.
What's the soundtrack?
It's a soundtrack.
To Sharky's Machine.
But he put all these great jazz musicians together to make it.
And this is what made my weekend right here.
The end of the quest right here, the end of the rainbow.
Absolutely. This is the track I've been trying to get my hands on. Infectious Grooves, Feed the Monkey, as featured in the 1992 hit Encino Man, which of course was the movie debut of Brendan Fraser.
It was the vehicle, if you will.
Absolutely. Also starring Sean Astin, and of course, MTV's Pauly Shore. Oh my god, guys!
If you've already watched the Adam the Woo live stream, then you've already seen a little piece of this. But really quickly, I just want to point out
Oh, righty then.
we kind of got we kind of got a meeting of nerds going on here. How Rob and I have never met each other is just imperceptible. Now, Greg, have you purchased any 80s, 90s, 70s even memorabilia tonight?
Today, yes.
Okay, let me see what you have purchased today. I know. Okay, that is awesome. Now, I'm told that this young lady is about to do some fire dancing, and I'd like to point out that she's standing right next to the fire hydrant, just in case we could break the fire hydrant and douse her with Neptune's kiss, right there. And Tampa Jay is destroying the shot by running behind her.
Alright.
Not just a fire dancer, apparently she's a hype man. Hype woman.
Leatherface is here.
Oh, I thought you were calling her Leatherface. Well, that's not very nice.
About to be Freddy Krueger face, it looks like.
Wow.
Did you catch that, guys?
Wow,
Here. All the way on this side for you. Here we go.
What's the safe word?
Whoa.
Oh, hold on. Let's try that again. Wind's picking up.
Oof.
There we go.
Oof. Oof.
Alright.
Hey.
That's no good. Start small.
There's a rhythmic ceremonial ritual going on.
You'll get twice the show you bargained for. All right.
There, one for this one.
Meanwhile, while the live streamers live stream. So Rick here is bestowing upon me Eddie Munster. I want to show everybody how cool is Eddie Munster. I mean, really, Eddie Munster is
This one pops out
This
very
is
well.
awesome, yes.
Like out of all the colors, that green is kind of
He's
like...
actually going to be at Spooky Empire, so that's why I decided to do a nice run. And he actually has seen this at the last convention I was at, and he loved it. So
that is cool. So if I wear this to the Spooky Empire, he'll sue me. Really?
he'll give you a hug.
Okay, cool.
Good eye. No problem. Good eye, man.
Likewise, Adam is getting Hulk Hogan, I believe, the Hulkster.
Hulk Hogan has signed a bunch of them for me for some charity events I've done. So Hulk's another big fan of these.
So really, the ones that I personally have spoken with you about tonight, I've been like 3 for 3 on the actual celebrities going,
Kevin Smith,
I want that.
Eddie Munster, and Hulk Hogan.
That's awesome. It's like the Midas touch right here. You touch it, it turns to gold. I love it.
Go back in the speakeasy.
Oh yeah, they're gonna think you're robbing it. It'll be great. And that's about it. You know, Freddy's not burned anymore. The pictures are coming down. Tom is tearing down his booth. Rick is finishing up. I think it's just about gonna. He's not burned anymore, so I think, you know, that's just about gonna do it. Should we all slide in? How are we gonna? We're gonna start it. He's gonna slide in. We're gonna slide in. Yeah. We're gonna finish up with the slide in. So. Well, I think that's about going to.
Remind me your channel. I'll check it out.
Hey. All right, I think that's going to close the day for us here at the. Oh my gosh, look at the slide in. Production values, ladies and gentlemen. Production values for you here, because we care about you. From Gods and Monsters, Adam the Woo, Adventures by George, Tampa Jay, I'm Splorin. That's that guy. And we will see you next time as we do just a little Splorin!